it's a rare thing in your circle. Going to the streets and drugs. Do you believe that the drugs are the cause of the breakdown of the black community and the black family?
It's a catch-22 because it was drugs back in the day with black people, and you took it to a certain extent where at this younger age it's a little bit more, I don't know why, is it a little bit more stronger and more influence on the young black, because drugs have always been in this world, so you can't always just blame it on the drugs. It's the person's how they take it and how they go about themselves and doing these things. So drugs, to me, because I think it's just a cop out with a person that's not strong. To me.
And it boils back down to being a man. You're not handling your business when you're letting a drug take over everything else, which I'm sure is more important than a drug.
But is it more prevalent with the African American community?
No,
I think it's just more. It's seen more
visible.
It's more visible.
Focused
on because we allow it to happen.
You have Caucasians that's just as much as in these drugs.
To actually get caught with it more.
Exactly.
And that probably contributes to the amount of in jail.
And stuff
it's probably more white.
It's
probably more white people in jail than it is black people. It's just a more percentage of us are in jail. More of our people are in jail, but it's probably way more white people in jail. Because there's not no black guy bringing in drugs. I don't know black guy.
Yeah, they say they don't have no planes, huh?
They don't have no planes, no boats. You know, they got connects.
That's right.
Now, you talked about that pressure of being the tough guy and having that society with black, white, or whatever have this perception of African American males as being aggressive, violent, and sometimes I guess as a young black man you feel that you have to kind of feel those shoes in some type of way. As for those of us that really don't grasp or understand some of the things that you have to deal with as far as those, how do black young men interact with their peers, and how is masculinity displayed? Is it through the gestures? Is it through the dress? What are the do's and don'ts? I know rap and this hip-hop culture has put a whole lot of a spin on what black men are perceived as, gangster, this, that, and that. And, you all know each other. What is there a male thing that you guys do to exert your masculinity when you're with your peers or when you're together or something that
depending on who you hang around and who your peers are,
Is it pressure to show that
more black men, if they had a father in their childhood, they had respect and they know how to carry themselves in their circle or to other peers. But some, half and half, you got some that ain't had a father in their life, so they don't know, all they know is the streets, and that's all they know. If the other side, their parent didn't raise them right or whatever, so it's like a catch-22 with how you carry yourself with a person.
So you're saying that the father figure
it's a big part of other men coming.
Kind of shows how you interact with another male, and if that's not there, then it's not.
No, it's not automatically. It's not automatically, but it's like 9 times out of 10, if a father figure there, a young man gonna be well respected. And especially if the father figure is a man that's about his business and being a real black man, what a black man's supposed to be. But you still have kids that ain't done it without that black man, and them. Hey, that's just sometimes how it is.
Gary, what do you feel? Do you have to exert a power, or is there a certain, when you're with your own peers or whatever, as far as exerting masculinity, you think you have to prove something?
Well, basically, as far as that, to me, it's not basically showing a gesture or anything. Well, basically, with men out here, you can feel if you can actually tell if they're a strong man or if they're a weak man, basically by, to me, it's basically how they carry themselves, look into their eyes and everything. Because a real man, you know, when he talks to you, he actually stares you in the eye. So he actually gives you the attention that he's talking to you. So basically, it's not the way that you gesture, it's how you carry yourself, basically, in life.
That's good response. Now, this leads into my next question, and it's this has been told to me. This has really been told to me, that it's regarding single mothers, that she can't raise a man, that she can only raise a good person, that single mothers don't know what it is to be a man, let alone to be a black man. And if these perceptions are true, there's a lot of single women out there. So do we have like flawed black men out there or something? Because what are your feelings or views on that?
My view first, because I'm being raised like that. My mom's been like my father, so I'm no punk, I'm no faggot, or excuse my language. I'm a man, you know, and I raised my kids, so she didn't taught me right. So she didn't do what she had to do. Yeah, I mean, it might have been an extra plus, you know, to have a man in your life. You can show you man things that you should have been told as a man, period, you know. But I learned, you know, on the road, you know, just on the road, you know. And a black woman can raise a man, you know, a boy to be a man.
Mr. Christopher, what are your thoughts?
I was reared with both my parents. Well, mom did 80%, my dad did whenever he did. And everything I learned is from my mother. You know, I mean, my father, of course, he played his crucial parts. You know, I've learned early what it means to be a man and what you have to do. My pops did teach me that. But my mother, she really played the major part in building it up. Because if you can treat a lady right, you can pretty much handle any type of business right. I don't know. I just believe it starts early becoming a man. It builds up. You can't wake up one day and say I want to be a man. It takes time. It takes time, and sometimes getting it from the complete opposite perception is probably the best way to go, because the women see men's flaw just like we see women's flaw. Whether we work on them or not is our choice.
Exactly. 100% right.
Mr. DJ?
100% right.
Can you repeat the question?
Well, we're talking about as far as single mothers, you know, this has been told to me that single mothers can't raise a man, let's call a black man, because they don't know what it is to be a man. They don't know what they go through, and they can raise a good person, but they really can't raise a man. And my thoughts are that if we follow that perception, then we have a lot of flawed males out there.
that perception is false, because my mother was a single mother, and she's raising me to be a man. You know, she's teaching me all the qualities that, you know, a man should have. And not only that, like, I found other father figures that may not have been my father, but I looked up to my uncles and things like that. So it's not a true statement.
Good answer. Good answer.
Any thoughts, Derek?
Oh, well, yeah, I do have thought, actually. I wasn't actually raised by a single mother, but my mother did have 7 kids, so she did raise 5 of us out of the 7. So I do believe that a mother can raise kids, because out of the 5 that she did raise out of them, they're strong, very strong-hearted. She actually raised 2 boys, actually 3 girls, so they actually actually are strong-hearted, so I do believe that a mother can raise a kid actually.
Now, I gotta put in this disclaimer or whatever of not being racist or anything, because you fall in love with who you fall in love with. But statistics say that white women marry 3 times more than black women, and 1 out of 5 black men will marry a white woman. What is, and then there's this thing out there that black men have this weakness toward white women. That's one of those things out there. I mean, what do you? And when we're talking about the the unity or the breakdown of the
it's just
culture,
you got the weak man that don't want a strong black woman. So the stereotype of it is that a white woman is a little bit less stronger than a black woman, will take less BS or mess from a black man, and like the black man for who he is and not what he got. See, and you deal with the sister, she want this from the man and want that from the black man, and you go to the Caucasian woman, the white woman, and she says, well, I love you for who you is, and we can work together and I try to help you out. But you got some black women that say, well, if you don't get it, I don't want to deal with you, brother. I ain't going to help you out. You should have helped yourself before, you help. So that's a little...
So is it that, well, black women will feel that, black men feel that, that a black woman is not good enough for them, or that they don't accept them? What is your view?
I have a Puerto Rican mother, and I love black women, and I've never even thought about dating outside of a black woman. But it never really bothered me.
But the thing is, that forbidden fruit? Is it a status?
It's not, because
it's only it's up here. It's up here. You eliminate yourself. What could you just think? What could possibly happen? Like, you and this white woman could create something to save every race.
Exactly.
It should never be limited on humans. We are humans in the end.
True. Very good. True. Very good. Like I said, it's just according to statistics. 1 in 5 men, they don't marry the black woman, but okay. Moving on. If you had this magic wand, and we talked about a lot of the things that plague young black men, and if you could do something, or if you're in the process of wanting to do something, or making steps towards it, if you could have a magic wand, or not a magic wand, or just if there's something that you could change that could make the black man's plight better, or if it be politics, if it be within the rearing of children or whatever, what do you think is a major thing that really needs to be done differently?
Mine is that's an excellent question, because I wish I could have a wand or a magic wand to make all of us as black men start being together, as one, and start realizing that we are a shortage, and we need to work together and make sure that we do what we do as men, and continue to strive, because we keep, ever since I don't know how long, we've been, categorized as this type of person. If we start being together and stop killing each other, it can change. It can change. We the only one can change it. They can't change it, or women can't change it. It's us as black men got to change it.
Chris?
I don't know. I think I wish I would use the wand. I would use the wand to open our minds a little bit more. We so confined to the block, so confined to the TV and the internet, and that's all a lot of us see. It's all a lot of us see, and that's what we aiming for when there's so much more than what's that on there, And once they see past that, it's so much out there. It's more than just this corner and that corner. And what your big cousin's doing It's so much more than that.